Back again.
Yeah, I guess we. What's that?
All right. Back again.
Back again.
God, I'm loving these shows.
Yeah, episode 26.
26.
We just got over 25.
Our
and it's
$1 million episode.
Yeah, I didn't get the. Did you get the million? Because I didn't get the million.
It wasn't put in my account yet. It said
All right.
7 to 10 business days.
Logan Paul, that was a fucking lie.
We want our money. Send it over.
I mean, we'll give it another week, but I'm gonna expect that $1 million here soon.
Yes. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So we got some random stuff to talk about today, which I think is going to be fun.
We do, and it's funny because today it's just odd that it happened today, but I have not had a drink of alcohol in 1 year.
Not a sip.
I've done taste, obviously with our job, you got to taste, but I have not had more than a straw test in a year.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
Feeling better? Do you feel better not drinking?
I feel more motivated.
Okay.
I would definitely say more
Sleep better? Do
motivated.
you sleep better?
I don't sleep really. I
call you at like 1 o'clock and you tell me you're sleeping.
Yeah, at 1 a.m. I go to bed, I mean, I get some sleep.
What time do you go to bed?
Usually I try to go to bed at 10. It never happens till like midnight, 1 o'clock, and then I'm up at 5:30.
10 to 5:30 is not bad.
10 to 5:30 would be great.
Normally it's like 1 to 5:30.
Yeah, that's not.
What do you do at 5:30 in the morning? I don't have kids. I'm not married.
Well, I got
what do you
kids.
do at 5:30 in the morning?
But the kids aren't up yet. Joe usually he doesn't get up till like 6 a.m., 6:30 sometimes.
Brother, ugh.
I don't wake him up. That's what time he gets
Gets
up.
up at 6?
He does.
Keep your kid up later and then make him wake up at 9.
He goes to bed at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Midnight.
Yeah, well, I need some peace. But no, I'd say I definitely feel more motivated. I'm not hungover in the morning, but
How's your bank account?
it hasn't changed. So I didn't really spend a lot of money when I drank.
You get the $12 bottle and that lasted you for 2 days?
So I would get the $9 bottle every day.
Yeah, but still, that adds up. That's $300.
It does, but
That's $300 a month.
People spend that shit. People spend more on Starbucks than I spend on alcohol. I mean, yeah, it was, I'd get the cheaper bottle, and it wouldn't be every day. I mean, I would take 4 or 5 days off, but then I'd go for 4 or 5 days.
What made you decide to change? What was the final straw? And you're like, I'm done. I'm not drinking again. There's some people just like, I'm going to cut down to 1 day a week, but you said I'm done.
Honestly, I realized I was a shitty parent. I did. I wasn't good with my kids. Not that I wasn't good with my kids, but alcohol came first, and I did not want them to grow up that way. So
I hate to say it's good that it happened.
Absolutely,
It showed
it's a good thing.
that you need to get rid of this.
Yeah,
To concentrate on this.
but everyone who tells you, "Oh God, I feel so much better," the nerve damage in my back still fucking hurts more. Everything that hurt in my body still hurts. It hurts more now, but up here mentally, I'm a lot sharper. Body's broken down.
I don't see it yet. I'm just kidding with you.
But I mean, when I drank it, like I said, I would take some days off. It's not like
But you were a functioning
I was
alcoholic, let's call you.
I was.
Because you always went to work. You always took care of the family. You weren't
Yeah.
like sitting there for 3 days passed out drinking Colt 45 till you couldn't stand up. But you would just drink every night until you fell asleep.
Yeah, and the nice thing I did, that most people can't. My body knew when to go to bed. Like, so when it got to that, like, fumbling, stumbling around, I never did because I was sleeping already. I mean, you remember that, we'd be at the hotel and party and woo, and then I disappear because my body told me I got to go to bed.
Straight to the room and done.
Yeah.
You did the shady bounce. You wouldn't even say goodbye.
Every day. Well, every time I would drink. But I drank at home a lot. Like when I was in my 20s and my early 30s, yeah, I'd go out to the bar. But I mean, it's probably been 5-6 years since I've been.
But if you look at a lot more people are taking that direction. More and more nowadays, I see mocktails and I don't drink, or I'm not just dry January. Let's call it. They're not drinking. A lot of the younger generations just choose not to do it. I mean, yes, they still drink. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot. I mean, we're still in business.
It's not like our generation. We
our
were
generation,
drinkers.
We were drinking. We drank 5-6 nights a week. Now they're like, I got tests, I got this, I don't do this. I only drink on Friday and Saturdays. I don't drink during the week. And they know how to train themselves to where, like, it's Tuesday. Let's get a 12-pack and let's go.
Every generation has their thing. Like, God, the generation before us was all about acid and LSD.
And then weed. And
and then we were alcohol-based and cocaine-based. And then this generation is more marijuana-based, more herbal-based. You know, it's just a different
Kava, like the Kava.
Yeah, the Kava bars and the Kratom, which, you know, it's just stuff that I guess hasn't been outlawed yet. But it's all natural stuff. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but there's something. I mean, like me, when I was a drinker, I really didn't smoke weed at all. And then when I quit, a gummy a night keeps me happy. Like the kids go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'll eat that gummy real quick.
And then you get sharp with your brain and then go to bed.
I don't know if my weed thoughts are all that sharp, but I try.
We've gotten some text messages at 10:30 at night that don't quite make sense, haven't we, Jimmy? I'm like, what did he say? I have no idea what Ow Now Cow Brown on the third Thursday of the month is. I have no idea.
It makes sense. I just don't formulate it in the right.
Makes sense in your head, but that's it.
No, yeah, I mean, it definitely made sense in my head. But even when I was watching that the football game, and what did he say? He said, we'd show you the coaches, or I'd repeat the coach's halftime speech, but we can't do that on NBC. We can do that on Peacock only if the game is on Peacock only. And I'm like, look at them. They're putting it in our heads that it's okay for NFL to be on streaming all the time.
If college sport, if any sports go streaming all the time, the networks will be done.
Yeah.
But the problem is the networks are what pay.
So, yes, but think about it this way.
Look at the NFL contract. What is it, $600 million or something they get?
So in Gummy Time with Ball Game, this is what was going on in my head.
Gummy Time with Ball Game. That's its own podcast. That's its own podcast. Gummy Time with Ball Game. We got the Smurfs and the Care Bears dancing around at the same time.
But no, like my point of that I was trying to make is, you know, the networks have to negotiate with the Spectrums, the Xfinities, you know, the cable companies. And, you know, they're fighting. Obviously, the networks want more. The cable companies want to pay less. So if the networks can, okay, we'll just bypass them and we'll go direct to the consumer for $7.99. Well, once cable's gone, now it's $13. Because they can charge whatever they want once it's direct to consumer.
Yeah, but it'll be what do you call it? It will be gouging.
Yeah, but
once it's on a network, like once it's on.
But there's a ton of different networks, so it wouldn't be a monopoly by any means.
Sure, it wouldn't be a monopoly.
No. So and you know what'll happen? Everything will go streaming, and then people get pissed off because they're paying too much, and then cable will come back and. Be an endless cycle. But I mean, it's all about money.
Everything is.
Yeah.
Everything. How do you think this year is going to be on the restaurant industry? I'm wondering how 2025 is going to be with pricing. I'm seeing some things start going down.
Yeah, it is.
I think slightly like things aren't increasing. Like I know gas prices aren't going up dramatically.
Yeah.
So that will help because, obviously gas prices go up. They have to take food prices up because they deliver the food and the gas to trucks and everything. But, I mean, do we think we're going to see food and certain prices drop?
A little bit. I don't think we're absolutely not going to get back to where we were. But it's starting to drop. It will continue to drop. It'll level off. And there'll be a ton of people saying, oh, yeah, Trump did that. No, the idea of Trump did that. Was people thinking.
They always give credit to who they think it did it.
Yeah, but it's business owners thinking that Trump is going to make the country better, so they do things different. They start to move their business in a way to be more that they think will be more successful just because the guy's in office, but he hasn't even taken office yet. And, we're already seeing changes. It's just the idea of something. It's business owners saying, hey, this is going to be good for us. Let's move forward with this. Let's move forward with this. Where if somebody else got elected, they might not have. And of nothing to do with the person that's going to be in, just the idea of what that could be. And it changes the whole landscape before the person even does anything. it's just unfortunate.
So you think they give too much credit?
I think they give too much credit for a lot because it's a lot of it is the people just, making their own decisions and moving their business in the direction they want to and what they feel is going to be the most profitable.
But it's because of what they're hearing.
Yeah. No, it's, it's all news networks and, it is what it is. But, one person can't change the world. At least I hope not. That'd be a very scary time if one person could
change the world.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
It will. But,
Super Bowl coming up.
We do. We got the Rolex tomorrow.
Tomorrow starts the Rolex, yeah.
Yeah.
24 hours. It starts at like 2 and it goes to like 2.
Oh, fuck. What time do we have to be up there? We're doing that Rolex thing.
Are you doing the Taste of Rolex?
Weren't we both doing it?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Well, I got to figure out what time
It's
I got to be up there.
Did you sign up for the...
I thought you did, and we were doing it together. Was that not a thing? No.
I was going to do the after party. I think we moved it to next year.
Ah.
But I thought you were one. Were you doing one of the restaurants? Did you ever get back to the lady?
No. I didn't do the restaurant thing. I thought we were going up there.
No.
Yeah. No, wrong time of year. No,
busy time for you?
It's starting to. I mean, you figure our season kicks off. Race week kicks off our season, and then it goes till mid-August. Not Rolex, but
Does it go to like September till Labor Day?
Not anymore. Mid-August. Once the kids go back to school, it kind of kills.
It kind of kills you.
Yeah.
Because now you have the racers, the bikers, and then you get into the spring breakers and the spring vacationers, and I wouldn't say it goes downhill, but it just goes uphill from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you hit February, you got spring break, boom, that's great. And then it'll slow up a little bit from spring break for, April, May, and then June and July are usually insane once the kids get out of school.
So you're very family-based?
Well, I'm on the beach. So, people bring their kids. Yeah, people bring their kids to the beach.
You think you get more families in there?
I mean, I get a lot of families. I wouldn't say I'm more families, but I get a lot of families. I mean, it's a nice place. You have your kids on the beach, boom.
We'll grab a burger and a beer.
Yeah. Yep. And you cannot have your kids' menu, adult.
Well, your bartenders all know that.
Yeah.
If I went in there, you think, and ordered from one of your bartenders the kids' cheeseburger and fries, you don't think they'd sell it to me?
Well, see, they know that we're friends, so they probably would sell it to you, and then I'd give them shit for it.
I'm going to go in there and do it. Jimmy and I are going to go in there and get the 2 kids' menus.
Well, yeah, it's not the fact. It's just,
I still disagree with that, though.
That I give a cheaper rate to give parents a break?
No. I don't think you give I don't disagree with you to give a cheap rate for the kids' menu. But if somebody wants to eat off the kids' menu because they don't eat that much or they're not really hungry or, maybe they're on a diet, so that's the right amount of food for them, little cheat day. So they want a burger and fries, but they don't want a big burger and fries because that's not what they're really good about.
Then eat half of it.
The kids' burger's perfect. I don't eat the kids' burger, so I'm not your client.
It is. For an 11-year-old.
All your bartenders know not to serve it to anybody?
It says it right on the menu. 12.
You gonna ID them?
Huh?
You gonna ID them?
No. You can tell the difference between a 12-year-old and an adult. I'm not going to bust the balls of a 13, but I mean, you can tell the difference.
He's 13 and a half. He can't have it. But I just think it's great. You think a lot of places do that?
A lot of places have it priced at a point where they're making the same amount of money.
Profit then? Do you have a lot of people that want to order off the kids' menu? Adults?
I mean, it happens.
And you're gonna tell that mom who has 2 kids who maybe needs to eat off the menu too. You can tell the mom no.
I wouldn't mess with that.
So if she brought her 2 kids, $6 and $6, and she's like, "That's." I mean, I have $20 in my pocket, $30 in my pocket, and I can get a kid's meal too. You can tell her no that she has to buy the.
I'm not going to tell a table with kids that their kids can't have a kids meal. But you mean her?
Yeah. So she brings her. So she brings her 2
never
kids.
happened. I haven't.
So she brings her 2 kids in there, and
it's usually drunk Billy, who's 45 and thinks he wants a fucking slider. I mean,
a slider and 4 fries.
It's not the mom that's like, oh yeah, no.
Is it not a profitable item for you?
No kids menu is. It's not. It doesn't lose money, but.
So what are you at? 60%, 70% cost, 80% cost?
It's actually it's a 47% cost.
So why don't you just make it a 25% cost and sell to whoever?
Because I want to give parents a break. They're on the beach. It's a nightmare. You probably want to kill yourself after dealing with your kids.
But if you're going to the beach, you should be able to afford it.
The beach is free.
And no offense, you're not in an area where people are necessarily balling on a budget.
I'd say half of them are.
Really?
Yeah.
But don't go out to eat if you can't afford it.
It's not like it's Millionaire's Row by any means.
I don't know.
I mean, you're on a free beach. You're on a free beach.
But if you're going out to eat, you should know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, you should. People don't.
So do you ever get mom and dad and 7 kids and then they all order off the kids menu?
No, I've never had a family with adults order kids. That's why when you ask, I don't know what I do because I've never
Mom and dad brings their 6 kids and all 6 kids order off the kids menu.
That's happened.
And mom and dad share a salad.
That's happened.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I think you're wrong. I think you should price it.
If I charge full price, I wouldn't give a shit.
But what is full price? $8?
Like $11.50.
No. What do you see? You said you're at 47% cost for $6.
It depends on what I have 5 menu items that roundabout. But
So if you doubled that, I think you could be at $8.50, which is still a good deal.
double of 6 is 12.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I got that part.
Mathematician there.
Papa,
So yeah, if I sold it for $12, I'd be fine with it.
if you sold it for $9,
But I do it at half the price that I would charge.
I think you should be at $10, $11.
Every parent in the world understands.
How many kids menus do you sell in a month on an average busy month?
I probably go through 20. I print out 30 kids menus every 2 days.
Again, they may or may not. How many? So you say you're going through about 15 kids items a day?
Yeah.
So 450 kids meals a month.
Yeah.
Imagine if you raise that price $2. You just give yourself an $800. I won't say profit necessarily towards that.
Yeah, but
And
then
it's
if
still a good deal.
Okay, I give it
I don't
for
think
$8.
you're gonna,
I don't
think you're going to lose any business.
Oh, no. Here's what I'm going to lose: money and a bottom line. So if I do that for $8, now I got drunk Billy who wants a fucking slider, and he's getting one for
No.
the kids
fine,
menu.
Keep it for the kids menu, but go up to $8. You can't go to McDonald's and get something.
Yeah, you can.
For $6.
Yeah.
You can get a half meal for $6?
Yeah.
You got kids, Jimmy?
A double cheeseburger is $2.59, and a small fry is $1.87. So,
Does somebody go to McDonald's a lot?
my kids like McDonald's, man,
And a drink is how much?
and I'm poor.
Shut up. And a drink is how much?
Why I'm selling my house?
And a drink is how much?
I don't get them a drink. We got drinks at home.
So for basically $5.50, $6, for $12 they each eat.
Yep. Yeah.
But they're still at a 20% cost.
Yeah. Because every person there makes minimum wage. Sure. If I had a kitchen full of minimum wage workers, super easy to be cheap. I could be the cheapest restaurant in town.
I think you should.
But when you have a chef and a sous chef, an actual educated cooks, they cost money.
I'll agree with you, drunk Jimmy, who's had 47 beers and wants to order the kids menu. I get it. I'll understand. I'll agree with you. Cool with that. I still don't think you should be at a 47% cost on your kids menu. Yeah. I don't. I mean, that's my opinion. You've obviously ran successful restaurants. Yeah. I think you should be at more of a 32 to 35%.
Look,
give it that $8. I don't think you're going to lose any business. And I think you're at your 450 meals that you think that you're selling.
Think about this. If you do $2 shots,
do I?
Yeah, like
absolutely
cheap shots,
not.
cheap drinks.
Absolutely not.
You don't do cheap drinks. You
absolutely.
never discount a drink.
Discount, yes.
Yeah. How much?
But it's mostly I'm trying to something to get rid of.
Okay, but
I got too much of it.
But what's your cost on it when you sell it cheap? Probably around 40%.
40-50%.
Yeah. So you're doing the same thing I'm doing.
But I'm trying to get rid of something but I'm not going to bring it back, and it's a short term.
But so you're making that guest happy, right?
No, I'm actually getting them in at a cheaper rate, and giving them something but they're to entice them into something else.
Okay, so think about this: they're saving money on this little bit amount of food. That's an extra drink.
Do you think
that's
that mom
an extra this, and I'm making more money off that drink?
Do you think mom and dad are buying an extra drink because of that?
And,
and instead of a salad, they're getting the Reuben or the Cuban.
100% I do.
Really?
Yeah. It makes a difference.
How do we test this theory?
I'll email you the reports.
No, I don't want the
of
reports.
when I did it beforehand and when I did it after.
I want a month to raise it to $8 and see what happens.
Why?
Because I think I'm right.
In which aspect?
I don't think you'll lose any money if you go to $8.
I think I would lose a drink. I do. You know, economy's tough, man, and you got to pinch pennies wherever you're at.
I think you pay for what you get. And you're offering a beautiful scenery. You're offering the beach. Yeah. You're offering service, self-service. You're offering them.
I'd love to offer self-service. Go get it yourself.
Go get your own cheeseburger. $6. I'll do it for $5. Get your own cheeseburger. But I think you're offering them a commodity that they can't get somewhere else. And to pay $8, I think it's like they go to Disney. And ain't nothing $6, $7 at Disney.
Ain't nothing $6, $7 at my place.
I thought you're
except for the kids menu,
right?
Yeah, literally. I'm giving.
But you're selling 450 of those. That's a lot. You said 15. You said 30 menus every 2 days. So I'd work it down to 15.
It's one slider, one slider each, and
but
a little thing of fries.
You're at 45% cost.
Yeah,
50% cost.
But you're at 40% on the stuff you're selling, and you're selling more than I am. I bet you go through more than 15 drinks when you do that special.
Sure.
Yeah. So you're losing more money than I am.
They're also buying other drinks.
So are mine.
Those kids are not buying other drinks.
No, but the parents are.
Do you offer a drink with that?
With what? For the parent? No.
What for the kid?
Yeah, they can have a little soda.
I'd make them buy the soda.
I'm not trying to make the money off the kids. The parents are going to spend the money on the alcohol.
But you're a family restaurant. So you're getting a lot of families.
We get families, yeah.
And I just think 450 kids' meals a month is a lot.
What's your food percentage? Basic food percentage based off. What percentage?
Our food cost?
Yeah.
What do I base it off of?
Yeah. When you make your price, what percentage do you go by?
I base it off about 27, 28% because I know it's going to be closer to 32.
What do you base your alcohol on?
What do I base
what
the
percentage?
Price on?
Yeah.
The alcohol's slightly different for me.
Yeah.
I base it on 20%. Should be 18, but I base it on 20 for spills and giveaway and overpours. It happens. I base it on 20, but I also base it on the market value, and then I also base it on what I'm doing. So like the rooftop, it's you're paying for scenery. Like I don't really give a lot of discounts. I'll have a happy hour, but most of it I'm trying to get rid of something.
Yeah.
But you're going up there for a view. Like I'm literally $6 for a beer on the rooftop, where most of my competitors people around there are $4, maybe $5, and we're $6 plus tax. So I'm $6.25 for a Bud Light in an aluminum bottle.
Yeah.
So I feel I'm a little on the higher, but I can give it $7, too much.
Yeah.
Like Disney, if I had a bar in Disney, it'd be a little bit different because I know what the market value, I know why you're there. So and then I base it off events. I don't change necessarily for events, but I've never been one that, it's bike week, let's raise everything $10. I'll raise certain little things that are slightly that maybe drink, but I don't get crazy on like, all right, everything's $3 more because it's bike week.
So you make more of a profit on your drinks than your food. That's known.
100%.
That is. You give away the drinks. I give a cheaper food. I make more money on the drink. But the drink that
costs me less, and I don't really give it away.
Does it though? Really look at it. Does it?
Drink costs me less than food? Absolutely.
When you look at the dollars per, the food costs more,
and the profit is less.
Yeah, where your profit's way better on that full price drink than your loss on that discounted food.
But they're not having the option of necessarily buying more food. Because most people are not coming in and ordering a kid's meal and then let me get another kid's meal to go or let me get nachos to go.
No.
I'm not saying they don't get it to go for grandma at home, but most people order food once, one and done.
Yeah.
Maybe a dessert.
But then they're going to pay full price for the drink, that extra drink, because they just saved a little bit. They saved enough to buy another drink.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong. And you know your business very, very well. I just don't see
That's the difference between, I would never do that in a bar. I would never do that in a bar. A restaurant's a little different. The way you're structured is way different in a restaurant than a bar. It's a completely different level of financing, that's needed. And your margins are the absolute most important. To where a bar, like Key West was fucking easy, man. I was just slinging cheap drinks. Cakewalk. Made a ton of money.
$2-3 drinks. But
Yeah. I did dollar PBRs for 2 years.
And you were profitable.
Yeah.
What'd your PBRs cost you?
$64 a keg. So I got 120 beers. So I made $120 off 64, but I raised every shot 50 cents.
But you also did your bartender's note upsell, resell.
Yeah. No, they killed it.
Well, you come in for $1 PBR, but then they're buying 3 Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
At $10.
I got them on the
$10
shots.
a piece. What you got them on the shots?
That was easy. The dollar PBR got them
shots is where it is because I'm sure you know this 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But the new bartenders, and they order 3 lemon drops, they want to go ounce and a quarter, ounce and a quarter, ounce and a quarter, ounce and a half, whatever it is.
Yep.
Plus the mixer, plus this. I'm like, no. It's an ounce and a quarter for all 3 drinks. What do you do?
Ounce and a half.
Oh, I'm saying ounce and a half.
Yeah.
But if I ordered 3 lemon drops, are you giving me 4.5 ounces, or are you giving me ounce and a half, or give me 3 ounces? What are you giving me?
I'm giving you ounce and a half per.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a full shot. That's what they're paying for.
So I ordered 3 lemon drops. You're doing 4.5 ounces of liquor in there.
Probably 4 because you got mixers. But I mean, it's, besides the mixer, you're getting what you pay for.
But I think when you're making that many with the mixers and things, you don't have to put 4.5 ounces.
Oh, you don't have to.
I'm not ripping anybody off, but it's a multiple mixed shot. That's why people do mixed shots. That's why those little funny punch things are $2 at Bike Week.
Oh, well, that's
literally like
there's like this much alcohol in it.
In the entire
thing.
In the entire kegerator.
You're drinking juice.
And that's why they're $2. But really $2 on something that has pretty much no alcohol in it.
No alcohol.
The whole thing has 3 bottles in it.
Yeah.
And those bottles were $7 a piece, and you're making 400 shots for like $20.
God, there was a bar in Key West that I used to, me and my buddy John would always go watch the football games at, and they had team shots for $2. It was like $2 or $3. I can't remember. It was cheap, but it was a pre-mixed team shot. When your team scored a touchdown, like the owner Patrick would come around and be like, "Oh, I have some free shots." I don't fucking liquor. I mean, there's a little bit of liquor in it, but you're spending $3 on juice.
Right.
It was just the fun of,
But he gave it away.
No,
It was an ambiance.
It was awesome.
It was a marketing thing, basically.
Yeah. It was genius because we went there every Sunday.
Just because for the free shots, it was basic.
What? There was a couple things like, in Key West on Sunday, you're not allowed to drink alcohol, or you can't serve alcohol till noon. So they opened at 11, and we would get there at 11, and they would have 2 waters sitting in our seats. They would have the Titans game on this TV, the Eagles game on this TV. So, like, we felt at home. Like, we'd come in,
it was your living room.
It was, and it was great.
Was it really water?
Huh? Oh, yeah. No, it was actual water.
Like they really didn't
No,
serve
they
you?
knew we'd be hungover as fuck, so they...
Not a single time would they give you a beer before 12.
They told us that they wouldn't because we wouldn't be we wouldn't be able to make it past the 4 o'clock games if we didn't have water for an hour. They knew us.
They knew.
They knew us.
If you start drinking at 11, by 3:30, you're passed out.
Yeah. So they would make sure they...
Very smart bartenders.
Yeah. His name was Rusty. Love that guy.
Rusty knew how to bartend.
He was a Steelers fan.
Sorry to hear that.
This is only his downfall.
Who's going to the Super Bowl? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Let's not say who's going to win it. You still got your Eagles?
Tough year. It's always going to be Eagles, man. Except for, but it only happened one time. I don't know. The Chiefs seem to get away with murder and, every game. The Bills and the Ravens are probably the best 2 looking teams, but only one of them can get to the Super Bowl. Eagles are great. Their defense is stacked. I think their offense knows how to win. Whether it's with the run game or the pass game. The Lions are scary. There are a few good teams this year. I don't know. No,
we'll see what happens. Go Birds.
Let's go Birds.
My assistant's a Birds fan, too.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, she tells me about it all the time. We made the whole thing.
I had to remind her to get her jersey on.
She's like, where's my Eagles sign? I'm like, I got one for you, too. You guys are diehard Eagle fans.
Yeah. I was raised that way. I think the first stuffed animal I had was a Philly fanatic. I actually, in the first couple episodes, you see it.
Yeah.
And then it lost it. My daughter pulled the nose off. So.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Thank you for your daughter.
So, I'm going to have to get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just grew up in we were all Eagles fans. We bled green, man. Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, Flyers.
Are you training your kids to be Eagles fans?
Yeah.
They have Eagles jerseys and.
Well, Charlie's got a cheerleader outfit, but yeah. Yeah, they will know.
They're Eagles fans. They don't have a choice.
Yeah, they don't. It's something you're born with.
If your son comes to you and be like, I'm a Raiders fan now.
I'd have to have him committed if you want to be a Raiders fan. At least come at me with a good team.
Or I'm a Bears fan now.
Ship his ass to Chicago.
Careful.
But no, I'd never be mad at him for liking another team. But, I try and raise him up to be good.
To be good. Not to be bad. No. Stop picking the wrong teams.
Try to raise him right.
Try to raise him right.
Like Santa pisses you off, throw some snowballs at him. That's what we do in Philly, apparently.
You throw snowballs?
Well, I didn't personally, but the Philly faithful did one snowy game. Santa was walking to the sideline, then it was like a snowy game, and they just pelted him with snowballs, so he had to run away.
You're nice kind of an asshole.
Look, everybody thinks that, the Philly fans were the worst. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we are. But it's all out of love.
Love for the game or love for the sport or love for the team?
Love for our guys, our team. We are part of the team.
You're part of the team.
We all are.
You have stock in it.
No, we're emotionally part of the team.
Emotionally part of the team.
We are.
So football's emotional now.
Always has been. My entire life.
You cry when they lose?
The first Super Bowl they lost to the Patriots in Jacksonville, I fucking cried.
Like sobbing, bawling.
Not sobbing, bawling. All right, here's one. NFC Championship. I don't remember what year. We beat the Falcons. We beat the Falcons in the NFC Championship. I was sitting on the 40-yard line, 7 rows up, and we won. And it was the game to go to the Super Bowl. So we won the NFC Championship. I looked at my buddy Pat, and we were fucking bawling. And it just the greatest hug and so happy. Like, we finally did it. And I really felt like we finally did it. Like, it was a true, genuine emotion of, holy shit, we got here.
Like crying.
Yeah.
Like tears coming out of your eyes.
Tears. Real tears.
2 grown men hugging each other, crying over football.
Yeah. You love what you love.
Don't ever ask me to go to a game again. I'm not hugging and crying over any team or any men.
Well, I was at other NFC Championship games after that. That was the first one, and I was in attendance in Minnesota when we won the Super Bowl.
What's your favorite stadium you've been to?
Ooh, good question. I probably should say the Link, but it ain't it.
Is your goal to go to all 32 stadiums?
No.
I think it'd be 33.
The
one overseas at the Cowboys.
Honestly, I'd hate to fucking say the Cowboys Stadium's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I hate the Cowboys, but...
Think he's going to sell the team?
Jerry? No, he'll die.
They're looking for sale?
No.
Looking at it.
Jerry won't sell it. Jerry was an oil guy. The reason he bought the Cowboys was to leave to his kids.
But what if they don't want it?
Oh, they do. They work there. Oh, they want it.
They want the team.
Oh, yeah. They're just waiting for him to die.
Poor Jerry.
Fuck Jerry.
You don't like Jerry?
Fuck Jerry.
What's wrong with Jerry?
Oh.
If you're gonna curse about somebody, what's wrong with Jerry?
He's probably a nice enough guy, but fuck him.
For what reason?
He's a cowboy.
So no Cowboys.
No. Fuck them all.
What do you have against the Cowboys?
Just born to hate them.
So Philly fans are born to hate Dallas.
Uh-huh.
Do you hate the Mavericks?
No. Could care less about them.
Are you a basketball fan?
I watch the Sixers here and there.
Charles Barkley.
Oh, he was awesome. Yeah. Still is. But yeah, no, it's just the Cowboys. It's just like no other sports. I don't have hatred.
Are you that diehard towards all the Philly sports?
No. Just the Eagles and the Cowboys.
You hate the Cowboys?
I hate the Cowboys.
Patriots?
I dislike them very much.
I have a little respect for Belichick now.
I love Bill Belichick.
With his 24-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, good for him.
He's like 70-something. 60-something.
So nasty.
Good for
so nasty.
What do you mean? Good for him.
Good for him. It's so nasty.
Why?
Just fucking weird.
Why is that weird? What about Leonardo?
He's almost a senior citizen.
What about Leonardo DiCaprio? Caprio is what, almost 48, 50, and he breaks up with a girl over 25. He'll start dating him at 19, 20, and by 24, 25, they're
look at him. He's still a good-looking dude. He's good. Bill Belichick looks like your fucking grandfather.
Maybe she has grandpa issues or daddy issues.
Has to have grandpa issues. Has got to be grandpa.
You think?
Yeah, it has to be.
Could it not be the money and the status?
You know it's the money. You think she looks at him and goes, oh,
who's the Raiders coach is dating that girl? And she didn't know that he was the Raiders coach. Did you see that one?
Uh-huh.
The Raiders owner, can't think of his name.
Al Davis?
Yes.
Or Mark Davis?
He's got the little like bangs up front. And he's dating Mark Davis. And he's dating someone in their 20s or 30s. I think a cheerleader or something like that too. And I saw an article that she didn't know he was the owner. She actually fell in love with his smile.
Bullshit.
I was like,
bullshit.
Same everything. She's in her young 20s, early 30s, something like that. And he's probably pushing 60s. And they were dating or whatever. And she didn't realize that he was the owner. She liked him for his smile.
Yeah. Look, if you have money, you could bang a perfect 10 model anytime you want. Like, if you have fuck you money.
That is FU money.
Yeah. That's fuck you money. You know, so it's the way the world is. The world's always been.
Well, anything's for sale.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are for sale.
I don't know if the Cowboys are.
You don't think it's going to sell? You don't think he'll sell the owner?
I think he'll leave it to his kids. And maybe they'll sell it.
Jimmy, what do you think? Come on, Jimmy don't care. He knows about dirt bikes and guitars.
He does. He does.
I got 100 says he sells this year.
I bet.
100.
Take
100 says he sells.
Okay. He's not going. He's looking for a coach right now.
Elon Musk is going to be the coach.
He's got to run the country first.
Was he director of what?
I don't fucking know. Director of business.
Airspace engineer.
I think he's going to be on the business side. I don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I don't pay attention to it that much. But I think he's going to be like he's supposed to be there to make sure we're spending the money correctly or where the money's going. I mean, it is a business. It should be treated like a business. I mean, any government is a business. When there's money involved, it's business.
We don't treat it like business, though.
No, and I think we should.
I think certain people treat it like a business, and other people treat it like their own playground, or their own what they think is best for them or their family, not what's best for the world.
I agree.
How are we sending? I don't want to get political, but how are we sending billions of dollars overseas? And I think everybody in California got like $750.
Yeah. Well, that's FEMA. I mean, you know, I hate the fact that we spend money overseas when there's people still in Asheville, North Carolina, that their lives are destroyed. And then we're sitting here, celebrities are getting GoFundMes for their houses. How about the guy that makes $30,000 a year that's living in a fucking tent? You know, that's aggravating. Like, where
what
the money
celebrity's getting a GoFundMe?
I saw it up. Somebody had a GoFundMe for it wasn't for them. It was for, like, you know, for the houses in the Palisades. But, I mean, you know, send the money. And I get it. You lose your house regardless of how much money you have. That sucks. You know, losing your personal belongings is absolutely terrible. All the things you could, that money can't buy. Memories and stuff like that. That sucks. But a lot of those people have the money to build a new one. You know, there's people in Asheville that don't. You know, they didn't have hurricane insurance. Why would they? So, you know, these people, they need the help more, I think. You know, because they need a roof. They need 4 walls and a roof.
We're giving $920 million overseas.
That's insane. It makes no sense. Because that money in this country could do a whole hell of a lot more.
Why don't we do it? Who's approving this?
The people we vote into office.
Right. But we vote them in.
Yeah. And then they do whatever they want.
Yeah. So the voting system's all messed up.
Yeah, the whole government's not. You know, I think it was originally intended to be something where, you know, like a rule of law. Like, here's what we do. Here's how we do it. And then it came to, all right, well, if I do this, then I can make this. It all became about money. It all became about power. And it didn't end up being what was good for the people in the country. It became what's good for some people in the country. But
where do we think voting for one person who's going to have all of our best interests?
No, it's never going to happen.
It's the system that's messed up. The voting system. We have to vote for one of two people or one of four people.
Oh, the party system is retarded.
But they make you choose Tom or Bob.
Yep.
And when it comes down to two, maybe three, sometimes independent or something. So you vote for 2 to 3 people, and that's your choices. And if you don't like any of them, you don't really have an fucking choice. They're going to
write something in.
If you like one and not the other one, and so you vote for him and he gets in, then half the time he doesn't even stick to what that is because he's not allowed. No. He's supposed to go into Congress. He's supposed to go up the ladder. It's supposed to go this. So even though he says, I don't believe in this, and I don't want this, and I want this, and I fight for this, you can fight all you want.
Yeah. One person can't change the world.
No. But we vote for one person to change the world.
It's insane.
We vote for one mayor. Yep. We vote for one governor. We vote for one House of Congress. We vote for one president. Yep. But one person doesn't change the world.
No, it takes a team.
Am I boring you?
I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
It's almost 10 o'clock, past your bedtime.
No, it is. It's getting past my bedtime.
Past your bedtime.
I need a nap.
I need a nap. I'm going to start doing these shows during the day.
Well, I've been working so hard. I mean, I'm selling the house, so I've had to, we're busy people. So I haven't kept up with doing the driveway and pressure washing that and the fence and the vegetation from the neighbors coming over. So I've been, cutting back trees. I've been putting, fixing parts of the fence, pressure washing, cleaning just getting the shit ready to sell. And it's exhausting. But,
And then you gotta do it all over again when you buy a new house.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least the new house is clean when you move in.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
But you need that new fence you want to put in, and the new back porch, and the pool, and the hammock out front.
When I go to sell the house, hey, you see the fence, but it's not coming with it. I'm taking that with me.
I'm taking that with me. That's part of the picture.
It's my fence.
It's not part of the deal.
That rotted fence from the neighbors behind it, that's your fence.
I'm taking the new one.
I'm taking my fence.
They spent $9,000 on a new fence that's coming with me.
Oh, not far off. Paid like $6,000
for the fence.
Yeah, God, I put it in myself. That was just on the wood.
I have another $3-4 to put it in.
That would be expensive. But yeah, no, I did it with a couple buddies and just threw it together. But
Jimmy was over there helping you.
No, not Jimmy. I should have.
Jimmy.
Are you leaving the kayak for somebody?
No,
he gave the kayak back.
Yeah. The guy took the kayak.
He bought
back.
the house with the kayak.
Yeah, and then the guy took
wanted it back.
Yeah,
and he gave it back.
But I am going to do.
So you're going to sell it with the fence and want your fence back?
I am going to do something I wish that, like the guy that I bought the house from did for me. Like, make a video and just tell me all the weird shit. So, like, there's this extension cord that, like, with the end, and it's right next to, like, where you can plug it in, but it goes into the dirt. And then it goes under the concrete. And I don't know where it goes or what it does. I've plugged it in. I've hit switches. I have no idea what this thing is. I still to this day want to know, and I'll never find out.
But you plug something in there, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. I plugged it in, and then there's this switch. Okay, I have a switch that I'm thinking maybe works this, but I don't know. I have a switch that does nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The breaker?
I did. They're all fine. And I'm thinking this switch had to be connected to that.
A buried extension cord with a switch that does not work.
The switch is just in the house. I don't know what it goes to. I'm just assuming that maybe they wired the switch to that outside outlet to work whatever this extension cord is hooked up to underground. I don't know.
It's awkward.
Yeah, it's weird. And I wish he would have told me that, hey, I left you a snake in the garage, because sometimes the main backs up into the house. That would have been nice, useful information.
So you're going to leave this new guy a video?
Yeah, I am. But he doesn't have to worry about that because I fixed the plumbing. But yeah, no, like I want to let him know, like, after he buys it.
By the way, there's a thank you video and a card for Home Depot on the counter.
Watch us at the Somewhat Tipsy Pod. But yeah, no, there's like, with any house, there's little nuances and, little things you find. Like, so I had a house at one point, and this was, years ago, but the water started coming up through the floor. And I was like, what is this? It was the AC, the drain that goes out of the house was just clogged. I'm like, okay, easy enough. I go in and I suck it out and we're good. And then I'm walking by the handler and I hear doop, doop. Like that sounds like a puddle. God damn it. So I'm like, how much water is in this handler, right? So I unscrew it, take the thing off. There's a mop bucket in there. So this has obviously happened so many times before. So what did I have to do? I had to rerun the entire drain line because it was under the house, and I guess the house settled, and so I had to run a brand new drain line, and get this, if I wanted to get the mop bucket out, I couldn't just lift it out. I had to cut the wall apart to get, so he literally built the mop bucket in the wall. Ridiculous.
And you gave him back his kayak.
No, that wasn't this house. This was a different house.
Oh.
But, I mean, like, shit like that, like, as somebody's already bought it at that point, no matter what you say, it's their house. They own it. Give them a heads up. Like, hey, there's a mop bucket that you can't get out in the air handler.
I don't think they would have told you afterwards.
Why not?
Are you really going to tell this guy afterwards?
Well, that's not a problem there. I mean, I fixed a lot of the problems, so there's not problems. There's just little, like, it's a pain in the ass to change the one light. You need an extension ladder, and I'm not leaving one, so get one.
You going to tell him that in the video?
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Thank you for buying my house. You're going to get an extension ladder to change the front light bulb.
Yeah. I just want to give him little heads up that I wish I had. It would have been nice. It's a nice gesture.
Thank you for the $350,000, $400,000.
Yeah.
By the
Here's
way,
how you
if
change
need to
your
change the
light.
Go rent one. No one will tell you.
Yeah, it's a nightmare getting a house ready for sale.
Yeah, I've never done it, but
It's not fun. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
So, if the Songwriters Festival was a winner the past couple of years, I probably could keep the house.
Oh, Songwriter Fest is gonna be good.
It will
coming in there. Everything takes a couple hits and then gets right back in there.
Yeah, I know. This is year 6, so it should be profitable this year. Let's hope.
It will be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. You take risks, and sometimes they don't work out. I got a house that I have a bunch of equity in. If I could sell it, pay off that shit, and start over.
That's the way you do it.
Easy peasy. Well, fuck, there's so much going on. We're getting close to spring break.
Yep.
And then
spring break. You get busy.
I got nothing. We're gonna have to.
You get busy for spring break though.
I do, man. It's gonna be. I mean, that is they're 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, just doesn't stop.
Those are money days though. That's money time.
They are, and I'm really glad the Super Bowl's over by then because I don't work Sundays.
So that's your one day off. But aren't you slam busy on Sundays?
No, Saturdays are the busiest.
Really?
I mean, it's busy on Sunday, but I got a good team.
I would think Monday would be slow.
Oh, it's Sunday is not my slowest day of the week. I just need to watch football.
But football's over.
Yeah, so then it doesn't matter. Yeah,
right.
Then I'm there 7 days a week. But like during football season, I take Sunday off. But if the Eagles play on Thursday, I take that Thursday off. They play Monday, I take whatever day off they're playing.
You need the whole day off to watch the game at 7:00 at night.
Doesn't matter.
You are that much of an Eagles fan?
I am.
You take the whole day off on a Monday if they play at 8:00 at night.
I'm not gonna shave till the end of or trim till the end of the season. I have to have a playoff beard because that helps them win. Think about how insane that is. That I truly need. I cannot let myself trim my beard because I truly think that it will have an outcome on the game.
If you had a huge meeting and you needed to trim the beard, you wouldn't
do it.
You'd show up scruffy.
Absolutely. It's like the bag thing. I am set in that, and that's what I do.
So you wouldn't shave?
I wouldn't take interviews during the playoffs.
Taking a meeting, $1 million deal. You need to look
after the playoffs.
So the Super Bowl. Once they get a Super Bowl, or once they win or lose the Super Bowl?
Or like say they lose next week, and they don't make it to the Super Bowl. I would shave then. But if they're in the playoffs, I am not shaving.
Okay. I mean, you change your socks too?
So I do. Kylie Kelsey, she does not.
He does not change his socks? She.
Yeah, like she has to knock on wood. Like we're all superstitious, man. Like,
she wears the same socks every day.
I didn't. It was like a short, so I didn't see the whole video. But she was talking about her superstitions for Eagles games.
So what are your superstitions? Just just shaving the beard?
I have the beard. I have to take a 22-minute shower Sunday morning.
22 minutes
For Deuce Staley. He wore 22. I don't know why. It started when I was like a teenager, and it just stuck. And I feel like it gives them the right juju.
So you'll get up no matter what. You'll get up and take a 20-minute shower.
22 minutes.
We're gonna be late. Don't care.
No, I time it. I feel like the juju's there.
22-minute shower. It has to be 22. So you just stand there for 22 minutes?
Yep. And the only reason, because when I was a teenager, I took a 22-minute shower and we blew out a team. And I was like, well, there it is. That's what made it happen.
One time something happened in that superstition.
Yeah.
What else you have?
It's really it. The playoff beard and the
Playoff beard and a 20-minute shower every Sunday.
Yeah. Well, every game day. Not just
every
Sunday,
game day. Doesn't matter when?
Yeah, whatever day the game's on.
Morning, noon, night, you can do it?
Yeah, time doesn't matter.
So at 3 p.m., you're taking a shower for the day.
I just add, when I take my shower that day, it has to be for 22 minutes. Like timer set.
I don't think I have any superstitions.
No?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, I did the underwear thing. Like when I played, I would, if we were on a winning streak, I wouldn't wash my game underwear. That got stinky.
You wore the same underwear. So at the end of the game, you take it off, hang it in the locker room, and then you put it back on.
I'd put it in a shopping bag and tie it.
And then you'd come back to the game, pull it out of the shopping bag, put it on, and wear it for the game.
Yep.
Then if you won, you would take it off, put it in the bag again, and wait for the next game.
Yeah.
How many games did you go like that?
Most was 9.
9 weeks.
Yeah.
Did you date anybody at the time?
Yeah.
Did she or he like you?
Yeah.
It was a she, but like.
Yeah. I mean, they stayed in the. I mean, it's not like I went home with her with the underwear.
But you played the game in 6-week-old underwear.
Yeah, and then I showered after the game. I don't see the.
What was the superstition?
I don't know. I just felt like, man, that underwear was
Because you farted in the underwear at game 1 that it was going to get you to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. It had a really good game, and I thought it was the underwear, and now it's always the underwear.
Did you take a 22-minute shower before that?
No, that's for the Eagles, not for me.
So yours was the underwear.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
For me personally, yes.
So you're on a winning streak, you kept the underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, ugh.
Oh, it was fucking nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
How did you get in there by game 9 and pull these boxes that are fucking sweating and everything else in it and put them on and feel good about going to the game?
Yeah.
I like to feel fresh when I go out to the game. Like everything's brand new.
This is in that Florida heat.
Ugh.
Stanky.
No wonder they won all the games. Nobody wanted to go around them. It's Joe's going to tackle me. Let him go.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Superstitions, man.
What's the craziest superstition you heard?
I had a buddy that had to knock on wood 12 times. I thought that was weird.
When? All the time?
It was when he would jinx something. Like, if he would jinx anything, it could jinx a person. He would have to knock
on wood 12 times.
Mm-hmm. And he would freak out if he couldn't find real wood. Like, lose his shit.
Like running down the street trying to find
everything has to stop until he finds that piece of real wood.
But you have any sports ones?
Not that I can think of. I mean, there's a lot I've heard, but actually seen,
it's crazy. I would never wear underwear 9 games in a row, 9 weeks in a row.
I knew a girl in volleyball that wouldn't wash her hair until they lost, like if they were on a winning streak. But apparently that's normal for girls. They don't wash their hair every day, so how far is that from normal life? Oof. I mean, I wash my hair every day, so for me that would be like, whoa. But
hopefully not wearing the same boxers because we're on the streak here.
No, I change my underwear every day.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm very happy to hear
Even
that.
my socks, too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's been a good day.
Yeah, I get showered every morning. I mean, I didn't shower when I came here from pressure washing and doing all that, but, I didn't have enough time.
Well,
I was at the restaurant, I was pressure washing, I was chainsawing, and then I was here. So,
it happens.
But I smell all right.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
Anything's better than 9 weeks underwear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, God, it was bad.
Never again.
Well,
Well, we're getting towards the end of the show.
We are. We are. Has anything happened in your crazy bar world? My restaurant world's been very like.
It's been slower, you know. December, January is always a slow time in Florida for us.
Yeah.
For us, it's But you know what the funny thing? I don't know if it's my come on, Karen.
Come on, Karen.
Come on, Karen. You decide to close a little early because it's cold out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 12 people want to come in.
Always.
And then you decide, you know what? That's it. We're staying open until midnight, no matter what, and not a single person comes in for 4 hours.
Every time.
So then 2 days later, I'll be like, all right, let's just close a little early. It is cold. The bartender cut a little staff. You know, I can save a couple bucks. Yeah. So I cut again. Bam. 12 more people. 15 more people. Hey, you guys open? Why don't you do it the days that that I don't, the days that you do? I mean, I had a bartender sit up there because it's cold outside, rooftop bar.
Yeah.
4 hours, not a single person came in, right? So we closed at like 11:15, and literally like 11:30, 10 people walked in the door and want to go upstairs. The next day, I'm like, okay, that's it, midnight. We're sticking to it. You know, it's still little vacationers. People are down from this. Stuck to it. Same thing.
I'll never forget. We had this is probably 3-4 years. Maybe more, I can't remember, but it's been a while. It was super cold, and like no one's coming, out when it was this cold. It was like, oh, it's gonna snow in Orlando. It never did, but it probably was 42. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We did $700 in sales yesterday in 12 hours. Like, this is pointless. Like, it's gonna cost me way more to have staff here. I closed down. Like, whatever. I'll close. My whole idea that day, I'm going to drink a couple beers, and I'm going to scrub the shit out of the bottom of the ice wells, and I'm just going to clean. I'll have a few drinks and just clean some shit. It'll be a successful day. I had a group of like 12 come in, and like, oh, it's your birthday. And I'm like, oh.
We're open.
Really wish I didn't have those drinks earlier. Okay.
So you bartended?
I did. And I was like, no food. I was like, but I'll sell you some drinks.
And they did $4,000 that day?
Dude, I ended up having another 10 people come in and then another 2. I had a full bar.
On a day you were closed?
Yeah.
Sales were decent.
I took a picture. I texted the bartenders working that next day. I was like, sorry, you got to clean that up.
And I made $400 in tips.
I left her 150.
Must have been a good day.
It was like, it was. Well, they were super happy that I just opened up when we were closed. They're like, oh my God, this is great. He was lucky I was drunk.
Joe, the drunk bartender who's been sober for a year now.
Yeah.
Good for you, though. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
It's good to hear it.
It's been nice.
Let's go celebrate. Let's go have a shot.
I was going to say weed gummies.
No.
We could talk about the importance of life.
Right. And not wear the same underwear. Yes.
No, definitely not wear the same underwear. But, I mean, it's surprising. We didn't get no one sent us a come on Karen this week. And, I can't even trying to think of anything that's happened lately. And, God, everyone's just been, honestly, really cool.
It's been a good week.
It really has. It's weird.
It's all right. It's all right.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take more weeks like this. But, yeah, I don't know if everyone's just tired of bitching on the internet.
Right.
But
the restaurant was fine.
But today's come on Karen is stay off the internet. Y'all keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I am loving this.
Brought to you by Yelp.
Maybe next year it'll be like, thank you, Karen, 5-star review. Right. Boom.
Thank you,
then
Karen.
We just change what Karen means.
Thank you for come on Karen. 5-star review.
But yeah, with no come on Karen, I think that's all we got for today, y'all. So I appreciate you checking in and check us out on YouTube, Spotify,
TikTok?
Yeah, it used to be. Instagram.
We're still going to post on it.
And I guess we can still post.
We'll post on it. Doesn't matter.
But check out our videos wherever you can find us. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But definitely share. You see something, you're like, wow, it was fucking hilarious. Because, it helps us out. So appreciate it, y'all.
See you next week.
Thank you.